Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Estancia La Pancha, where we have the long grind to getting our fields ready, as I am, yes it is, a long drive, or a long haul, long pull, as we plant oilseed radish on this huge field, and cultivate it at the same time. And we have our cool Case Maxim tractor that we've rented, enjoying the best time in it, trying to get the most out of it. And we'll use it again to plant once we have the oilseed radish up, and then I'll turn it in. But we'll keep it for a couple hours here. I think the oilseed radish will pop pretty quickly. Just, what? We might have little spots, Micah, where the oilseed radish doesn't grow. It stinks because I ran those 2 rows hoping it would make it like better, but it's not. It's making it like weird.
You know, that's one reason I don't usually use those cultivators like that. I just run a regular cultivator or a seeder.
Yeah, or the other thing that you could run, the weeder, that weeder that we own, I think the one that we own has a seeder built into it. Is it the small one, or do we have the big one? The smallest one, the Edelbrock, that one has a it can seed oil.
I think you did buy the weeder with the seeding in it, I think.
Okay.
I think
so. Then, yeah, so then you can use that, and eventually that's what we'll do. We'll end up using, if we're going to do oilseed radish, we'll use that to plant it. But so you, because that one's nice and wide. Like, I don't know, it's wider than any of our seeders.
I really don't like the cedar you bought, though.
Which one's that?
The cedar.
Really? Oh,
yeah, I just don't like it for some reason. It's like long, too long.
Yeah, making turns with it's a pain. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't like it too much.
It does. I mean, it's the same length as the other ones, but it's awkward because it's small, but it's long. So it ends up being silly. Does it fertilize too, though? I think it fertilizes and seeds at the same time. So that makes it a little bit faster. But yeah, it's kind of hard to...
Okay, both seeders are...
Okay, cool.
Or planters are...
They're sold. Good.
Sold.
Good. Sell them.
So
oh, Suki, can you put that laptop box
planter.
back up on my shelf? That's my actual laptop.
You said we're going to go with the Limpkin planter?
No, the biggest one.
The horse?
No. Next size up. The
300 horsepower?
Yeah.
The Temple?
Yep, because I'm gonna, when we buy this tractor, we're gonna get it with 300 horsepower. I should actually be able to use this. I should actually be able to use this one with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though this doesn't have 300, it's like 270 something. We should be able to pull that because it's flat ground. So I'm gonna rent that this time too. You'll see, it does it a lot faster.
So do you want to buy the tractor or you want to buy the planter?
I'm gonna try and buy them both at the same time.
Okay, so you don't want to buy them right now?
No, because we don't have enough. I mean, I guess we could buy the planter now if you want.
It's 130.
Yeah, that's fine because we have 178, and then we're gonna need to do 2 more harvests though before we can afford. How much oat do we have? Do we have a bunch of oats? In that tipper, do you know?
I'm looking.
Because if we have a lot of oats...
Oh, and the tipper, I don't know how much we got in the...
Because if we have a lot of oats, we can plant cotton on that other field, too, and get extra cotton on field number 4. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to think while I'm at the store if I should buy the planter or not.
Yeah, just buy it. No point leasing it since we're going to end up with it anyway. Save money and just buy it. You can attempt to drag it back if you want, but we'll need this tractor to... We're not going to use it yet. We're going to use it after the... Obviously, the oilseed radish has to grow first.
I know the horse says it holds 9,000 liters.
I think the horse holds more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the other one's much wider.
Yeah, it's 12 instead of 9.
Yeah, so it's worth it.
There we go.
That one definitely doesn't work with the seed tender. We played around with it on the Xbox, and it was a nightmare.
This one here?
Yep, it's a disaster. It does not work at all. So.
Oh, I hated buying that.
Oh, ouch! That's all right. We still have $50,000 left. I mean, we're not hurting for money. He said, "Oh."
Yeah, no, I just.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you got 170,000 in the bank. You're like, man, almost got 200 grand.
Nothing. Gone. Ching. Do we have any? We have a loan, don't we?
I think so. I tried to pay it off here and there when I was grinding those missions.
Oh, okay. All right.
I do 5,000 here, then something else a little more.
How much do we have in the loan right now?
Well, let me get to the road and then I'll check.
Okay. Yeah, no rush. No rush. I'm making you do all this work. Pull this there. Go here. Do this. Do that. Check this out. How much is that? You're like, but we.
The loan. We still owe 485,000.
Okay, so we pretty much owe almost the max.
Yeah.
So okay.
Still owe a lot.
Yeah. So no more taking out loans. I was gonna say we could take out the loan and get the buy the tractor, but we can't. We'll keep renting it for now. It'll cost us some bucks, but it's all right. It's not like the farm's not profitable. We're making some good money, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We haven't even got to sell a set of horses yet either. How much do you get for a horse?
Once they're fully grown, 50,000.
So we'll have 100,000 with the first one set of horses.
Yep. And then I think what are we doing? 1 horse a day or 2?
2 horses a day, yeah.
All right, until we fill up. We bought horses today, didn't we?
Yeah, you bought the other 2.
And that was in the morning. Yep. Bought those 2 horses.
Now, in order to put seed in this thing, do you have to have it all the way?
Just park it next to it and press the button. It should fill up. That one's a nightmare, though. It's really not easy to fill that one up. And we're not going to use, like I said, we're not going to use it yet. We have to wait till the oilseed radish grows. I never thought of this, but I suppose the other way we could have done this is to rent like a seeder that does this. Why rent the cultivator? But I guess the cultivator really does a better job probably than the seeder does of cultivating. I don't know. Who knoweth? Who knows what the proper... I think the farmer way to do it would be to cultivate first if you're going to put down like a cover crop. Because another thing we could do is when eventually we could trade that seeder in that we have and get a bigger one that does oilseed radish. And then we could plant.
Well, I just don't like that seeder, so
we could get that big horse. Is it the Tempo or the Pronto or whatever, and use that. And then we could plant oilseed radish and fertilize at the same time. We'd never have to fertilize anymore. What, John? We need what?
We'll watch the last video tonight.
You are?
We need to watch it
Tonight? Maybe. But you guys have to go to bed early, so if you and Sue probably can watch it at 7, but I have to stream tonight, so.
What are you streaming tonight?
The Sims. Did you see last week's debacle?
I haven't watched any of it.
Oh, they're funny.
Sorry.
Some bad stuff happens. Last week's was really bad. I'm not very good at the game. I'm learning how to do some of the stuff, and I might have gotten one of my kids taken away. I couldn't figure out how to.
You mean in real life?
No, in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, heck no.
Oh. I was like, and you're so calm about this.
I know, no. It was.
I would expect you to be distraught.
I would have in real life, yeah. That'd be horrible. Mm. Wow. Well, we're a little over halfway done now. This is taking less time than I thought it would, but it's still a lot. It's still a process. Do you like doing farm work, Mr. Micah?
Oh yeah.
I will.
I really enjoy this.
I will say 15 to the jump from 17 to 19, like you definitely can play in cab a lot more. It's a much more cab-like experience.
Oh, that's right. You wanted me to check on the oats.
Yeah, let's just see how much oats, how many much
I was
oats.
trying to remember what I had to do when I got back. Okay.
Do you remember now? Do you
Yes.
remember? Now you can't seed over
We
oilseed.
got 8,500. So it's just under half full.
Okay.
Tipper. I think we should do one more thing of oats.
One more thing, oats.
Yeah, because we've got to make sure we got food for those horses.
Those dang horses. Okay, that's fine. You know, the thing I'm realizing is that my only downfall in this idea is that we're going to have to cultivate again between the seeding and the oilseed radish. I forgot that that planter doesn't cultivate, so the oilseed radish won't. We can't just plant onto the oilseed radish like we would if it was a. So maybe oilseed radish is not the best idea overall.
Now this planter has got a cultivator on it, correct? Yeah.
Does it?
Looks like it.
I don't think so. Are you talking about the cedar? Yeah, the cedar has one.
Yeah, see.
But
Yeah,
the
because I'm going to plant oats.
okay, yeah. Are you doing oilseed radish first or no?
Yeah, I can. But
Okay.
right now I'm just going to plant some grass. Black, where you...
Where I messed up?
Yeah.
Are you getting picky in your old age, Mr. Micah?
No, just
Like, no, yeah.
like to see things normal.
Normal. And row 3. Ta-da. All right, so we're going to be off doing this, guys. We'll be back once I'm finished cultivating. Obviously, we don't want to make the whole episode cultivating, so we'll return momentarily.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Poor people.
Oh, I pressed the start button. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing up this field. I've got the whole thing planted. I was able to do this whole field without refilling the seeder. Now, I'm really low, but it took less than 500 seed to do this whole field with oilseed radish. So that's not too bad. Oops. Except for that part, which I forgot to turn the seeder back on. There we go. Let's put that down. And we have the in the cab view of the final 2 rows. This seeder is actually pretty easy to do in the cab. But cotton fields are very easy. Corn fields are easy because you have nice, neat rows that you can follow. And that's what I'm doing. Following the neat rows. How about you, Mr. Micah? What's going on over there? We're having a weeding issue. Mr. Micah's planting the field, and the weeds will not go away while he plants. It's very bizarre.
It's this cedar.
It's funky and annoying. Is it the cedar, or is it...
It's got to be this cedar. Or something. I don't know.
I'm going to try it with this one. Let's see what happens.
I liked the cedar when I was looking at it in the shop. I thought it was pretty cool looking. But once I got it, once I started using it, I just hate this thing.
Why? Just because it's... Oh, because it's hard to maneuver.
It's not very wide.
Oops.
It's long. It's just...
I just ran over the neighbor's crop. So this is all done here, Mr. Micah? Or is this... No, this is oat.
No, that hasn't even touched yet.
No, you're right. It is hard to see what you're doing.
Ridge markers. There we go. I'm going to actually have to use a ridge marker, I think.
This thing doesn't have one.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this one's pulling... I'm pulling the weeds under with this. So is that one... That one's supposed to cultivate as it seeds, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Ooh, annoying. That's really annoying. So, seed it. If I weed it, will that make your life easier?
No, I'm just going to use the ridge markers.
Are you sure? Because I can run the weeder on it. We're going to have to anyway.
Well,
No,
you
we
might as
won't.
well wait till the whole field gets done.
Yeah, actually, we don't even have to do that because we'll wait till the oilseed radish pops, and then we're gonna cultivate it under anyway. So what does it matter?
Oh.
Pardon me. Yeah, this is a pain in the butt to tell where you've been. Oops. Oops. Keep running all this stuff over. Oops.
Please, God, tell me I did. Oh, the burger.
What happened?
Every time I drag this stupid cedar across this area, it plants. It won't let the grass grow.
Oh, weird. That's all right.
So guess what I have to do? I
Yeah,
have to
just
replant grass.
leave it. Just leave it. It's fine. We don't need grass there. It's all right. It's not really part of the field anyway. It's all weeded in. No big deal.
It drives me crazy.
I know.
gotta do it.
I just made a marker. Well, wait till we're done planting then, and then do it. But that's gonna always happen whenever we seed.
That's why I don't like this planter.
Poor Mr. Micah. Frustration abounds. Uh-oh. 12. Hopefully I get down the field. 11. I'm running out of seed. 10. 9. I'm going to make it 8. 7. 6.
Now, does that cultivate or no?
Yes. 5. Like next time I run it, when we run it, I'm gonna keep this one and I'll rent you one, and we'll. Well, you're gonna plant oats, so you're not gonna need a cultivator anyway because you're just gonna plant right over that. But I'm gonna have to cultivate the other field.
Okay, so I can get back to. Once I pass this spot, I'm okay. It's always this spot. Whatever the ridge marker, I put my front end right here.
Right, exactly. Fill this thing up. Why is it not? Oh, it's still on. Like, why isn't it filling? Really? There we go. Sorry, I gotta move my mic around. All right, so we're filled up and ready to go. Yeah, the only thing that's really annoying about this map is how the weeds come in unevenly, but I guess in real life they wouldn't come in evenly either. But it's kind of a nightmare because it like starts
Not
at
that
one
they don't
end
come in
and
unevenly. They come in
like in a wave.
in a section. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like it's.
And like a doof, I forgot to turn the cedar on. Try this again.
So how'd you do in the snowstorm on Saturday? Or did you guys get this Saturday? Or
Oh
was this
yeah,
Sunday?
I didn't bother going to church. It came
No.
It came in Saturday night. Like I did the wedding. It started snowing like towards the end of the wedding. By the time I got home, it was like a blizzard, and it just snowed and snowed. It didn't accumulate too much though, which was weird.
I know. I went into work, and it hadn't snowed yet, but I knew it was coming.
Right.
I get out of work, and my whole van's covered in snow, and
Oh, oops.
so I spent like 20 minutes sitting out there letting the thing warm up, and drove home and that crazy stuff. I tell you, it's different driving a front wheel drive vehicle, that's for sure.
Good or bad?
I mean, it's okay. It's like it doesn't take much skill.
Right.
You know, it's just like,
It just goes where you point it until you try to stop, like mine.
well, I slammed on the brakes, I slid straight, I mean, which was fine. And then when I go, it's like the van would drift to the right, so I turned the wheel, turn the wheel left just to go straight, you know.
Right.
It was just kind of, and that was even with the traction control on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did really well. At one point, I was going 50 mile an hour. So
Yeah, my car wasn't too bad. I was actually, usually it's terrible in the snow, but it actually wasn't too bad on, I mean, Mr. Micah, the one thing you could do is if you want to just paint this in with fake grass, if that bothers you that much. Just use the tool to
then
paint.
then we won't have no grass to grow.
That's all right. We got enough.
That is bothering me even more.
Anyway, so it
Ooh, we can almost weed this. It's almost done.
anyway, I didn't mind too much. It wasn't too bad. And the car,
Your
the car,
car's front wheel drive, right? Or rear
yeah,
wheel?
but it's been pretty terrible. Like it's such an oddly shaped car for some reason. It doesn't handle the snow well. It just when you put on the brakes, it just goes straight.
Hmm.
And it doesn't slow down at all. So it's like not even having brakes. So you have to plan way, way ahead if you got to stop.
Why is that?
Don't know.
Is it because you got the good tires on it or something?
No,
Not
I've
gripping?
got brand new tires. I mean, they're not brand new, but they're like 6 months old. They're not. They're new tires. And I got aggressive like winter, like all terrain or all weather pattern tires. So they're supposed to be able to handle snow pretty well.
Dude.
But I think because the car is top heavy. And
Arthur, I went 4 rows from the edge, so you don't have to go to the edge.
What do you mean? What you mean?
I went back and forth this direction 4 times.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I got away from so you don't have to go to the edge.
Okay. I mean, this one's hard because it's like the cedar's in the back.
See this line right here, this ridge marker line?
Yeah.
See where it ends? That's as far as you have to go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So, like, if I raise it here like that.
Yep, you're good. Yep, you're good there.
The downside is because of the way this one works, I have to keep rolling. What you doing?
Planting grass.
Oh, Mr. Micah. OCD's kicking in.
No, just Arthur's kicking in.
OC Earth. Well, we've done a lot of cultivating these episodes. Sorry, folks.
Well, the cool thing about this though is the fact that this is just like a real farm. If you pull your cultivator out of the field into the grass, it's going to cultivate it and do
Right.
whatever, you know, if you're telling the news.
Right. I think for the next pass, I'm gonna rent the cultivator that's too big for this tractor and just use it. Call it a loss. Use it.
Set this on oats.
Because even if I have to run slow for a little bit, I should be able to pull that big disc. Though I will say, watching real farmers do this, they really don't. I mean, the cultivators on a tractor this size are even smaller than this a lot of times. Like if you watch Millennial Farmer, when he uses the ripper that's like this, I mean, his ripper's this size, and he's got a tractor. He's got an 8RT, so he's got a much bigger tractor, and he's only pulling a cultivator this size. So I think maybe this really is the size that a tractor would use, this size, or smaller.
Wait, did it say it? Repaired it? Yeah, good.
Yes, it did.
I'm just trying to repair the equipment, or the tools, I should say.
So am I on my last pass here, Mr. Micah?
Yeah, the ridge marker is as far as I got.
Okay. Ridge marker is what I got. Love is what Micah's got.
What I got?
You got love?
No. Hemorrhoids. That's all I got.
The hemorrhoid boys?
Just kidding.
I fall to pieces. Uh-oh. Hang on, folks. I got to take this call. Sorry about that, folks. We're back. That's good. I picked up another shoot for tomorrow, so I've got 2 photo shoots tomorrow. Good stuff. Definitely need the work, so that was good news to pick up a second photo shoot tomorrow. Happy about that. Means I can pay my mortgage next month, hopefully. Just keep getting more and more shoots in, so it's good.
Well, that's good. I keep grabbing this windrower thinking it's a weeder. It just reminds me of a giant rake.
Oh, right. Yep. The weeder. Do we have a weeder? Maybe we don't.
No, we don't have a weeder because we're still using the liquids.
So do we just... We'll just leave the weeds then. Just leave them. Because we're going to cultivate all that under anyway. So I got to do a round 2 of cultivation once those things pop. We're going to just hold on to this cultivator. Once again, I don't want to... I think from a realism standpoint, you would not... You use a cultivator much larger than this on this tractor. And the horsepower rating, it's 220, I think, for this one. But looking at the horsepower, this is as wide as they get up until like you get to 400 or 500 horsepower. Can you wash me off, Mr. Micah? That sounded really weird.
Isn't all that stuff rented?
Yes.
And let them wash it.
No, you know. Let's see. There's this one. That's 48,000. That's what we rented. That's 6 meters. These are both 6 meters. 240. What is this? That's 4 meters. And then we go up to 340 for one that's 8.3, which is a lot more horsepower than what I have. So I think once again the same thing happens here. We have 6 meter, which is what 300, which is what I got, and then we go up to 400 horsepower for these and 500. So really, we're kind of where we need to be as far as the size of the cultivator for what we're using. So we'll just keep it at that level. Thank you, Mr. Micah.
You're welcome, man.
I'm going to park around the back here. We'll just, I guess we'll fast forward time until the stuff pops, then we'll start cultivating. So let's go and pull in here. And I'm going to also dump this seed off because I don't need it. You want to, I'm going to pop the seed back here. If you got nothing to do, Mr. Micah, you want to put it away?
Hmm?
I got this. Never mind. I'll just do it. I got some seed in the back if you want to use the little forklift to put it away, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, that's fine.
I can do it too.
It don't matter. Whatever you like to do is fine.
Why don't you? Do you want to mow? What happened to our mower?
The grass is still at 50%.
Oh,
It's behind the trailer.
Okay, we don't need it then. The grass
Because
is...
we just mowed just the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still at 50%. Or it says it's ready, but it ain't.
It ain't.
I don't think it's ready yet. Yeah, it ain't ready yet.
It says it's ready, but it ain't.
Now, did you say you want me to run this back or no?
What are we doing?
Returning this?
No.
tractor
We're
here?
going to use it to cultivate the other field, the big field.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we're going to get the 340 horsepower requirement cultivator when we're ready. But for right now, we're going to hold off because that tractor is only 270. We haven't got the upgrades yet. When you upgrade it all the way, I believe it's 333 or 330. Let's take a look real quick at the store. When we purchase our own medium size or large tractor, it's going to be 313. So maybe we go with something even bigger. 321 versus what? Well, 252. So for it's almost $100,000 more. But if we get the Magnum series, that brings us up to 409 horsepower, which is enough to pull pretty much anything. I think we're going to go with the bigger tractor, Mr. Micah. Is that okay with you?
Bigger.
It might take longer. Yeah, that Optum is 310 horsepower max. My thoughts are to get the big Magnum, like the biggest tractor that Case makes, aside from the quad track. Because that one
It starts out at 400.
400 horsepower, yeah. So for like $80,000 more, it can pull almost everything we need on, like you could ever get. So we can get like that big disc cultivator that's 400 horsepower, and it's 16 meters wide. I'd say that's the next two purchases that we do. Are you in agreement? Do you agree, disagree, strongly disagree, completely hate the idea? Shut up, Arthur, leave me alone.
Well, I was just trying to think of the I know you want to stay with the Case.
You want to go a different route than Case?
This one's 288. I'm just trying to think in the future. We're really going to need one big tractor, right?
Right.
But we're still going to need a medium. It's kind of like, if we go with a big tractor, are we going to be able to afford implements to utilize it? Or are the implements that we're using?
We've already got two.
I mean?
We've already got one of them. This seeder requires 300 and some odd horsepower. So yeah, we will. We're gonna have to buy them slowly, and we may have to rent them to start with. But we can.
240. Yeah, 240 to what? Another 100. 240. Yeah. I think we'll need both.
Both what?
I think we would end up needing both. The Optima and the...
Well, let's get the bigger one first so we can start using the big.
That's just my thoughts. I think we're end up going to need both.
It's possible.
270.
Are you figuring stuff out?
Oh, I'm just looking to see what our other options are.
I would say we need 350 plus on a tractor.
Well, we could get the 6R with 300 horse.
What? How many horsepower does that come? Or what about the 7?
The 6R comes with 280, and then you can upgrade it for 10 grand to have 300 horse, and that's 230.
I mean,
it'd be 300 horse at 230, and then we could save up for the optimum, or I mean the maximum.
yeah, but we kind of need it now because we're gonna get that. We're gonna be doing the big, like if we do the big cultivators and stuff like that, like that big seeder that we got.
Have to. But here's the thing: you got to be able to. If we buy the tractor, you know, it's going to be a little while before we can buy a big cultivator.
Yeah, but we could lease
big
it.
Seeder.
We could lease it. We've got the big seeder already. We've got the largest seeder, and that's a 300 horsepower rating minimum.
The 7R comes with 269.
What is the upgraded price and
That's
size?
crazy. It's a 41,000 upgraded price is 280 for 250.
That's not bad.
Well, 305. 305 is 256. Van word.
305 is the most it can get.
No, 300. If you would go with the 305 option, it's around 256. But if you want the 250, 350, I think it is.
That's. I mean,
Yeah,
we.
350.
I would say that's what we need to aim towards.
350.
Yeah. Is the 7R considered a medium? It's a large, isn't it?
It's a large. It's the smallest large, right below the Optima.
So how much does and the Optima doesn't have that ability to get that 350 horsepower? That's the difference.
313 is as high as it goes.
Right, we need more than that. Because even if we get the next size up cultivator, that still requires 340.
Well, these are the large ones, right? Yeah, these are large.
I was looking at the disc harrows. I'm not looking at the standard cultivators. I was looking at disc harrows.
Oh, okay.
Because they require a little less horsepower because they're disc.
I mean, because we'll have a this is why I'm looking at it is we'll have a farm with a tiny Voltra with 100 horse. Then our next tractor is 180.
Right.
And then our next tractor is 350 or 400 horse.
Yeah, but we are using.
We'll have one tractor that pulls everything, and the little tractors won't be able to do nothing.
Yeah, but we have a smaller field that we're working with that we're doing the oats on.
Right, but my point is, it's kind of like we're only going to have one tractor that's going to do the seeding.
For the big field, for the big fields.
Yeah.
But then we have the one tractor that's doing the seeding for the little fields. And it's also doing because we also have that little harvester. So why don't we run regular crops on that smaller field, number 4, and then keep doing the cotton and the big stuff on the other bigger fields? You're like, no.
No, I'm just like, this is, I'm just like, okay, it's your farm. So
I mean, what do you think about that?
We'll try it. Let's try it.
Because I feel like it takes forever to do those big fields with the smaller equipment.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
Maybe 2 more of those.
Man, where you did it, all the seeds are gone. That's cedar.
There we go. So we're going to load this trailer up, and I'm going to head back home. Simone's mom's over. All right, so here we go. I love the little lift truck. I'm glad we did this.
I think it's because Here's a question. You think it's because these plant the cedar that you bought, or the one that ain't getting rid of the it's doing direct seeding, so it's not really cultivating, correct?
That one should cultivate. It should say additionally this one cultivates while seeding. Does it say that?
No, it just says uh, additionally this machine offers the possibility to seed directly. No previous cultivating or flowering necessary.
Right. Correct.
It doesn't say
but
it
maybe it
cultivates,
doesn't
it
cultivate.
says-
It just seeds directly.
Right. It just seeds directly. That's why it's not getting rid of the weeds.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that could be.
Let me go to the other one. I'm looking at the Viterstat Rapid A. That's the one we always used before, I think.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it was that Rapid A.
What?
This one says seed directly, no previous. Go ahead, bud.
What do you think? With the cultivators, or with those seeders, don't they all say that though?
They all do say that, but
Okay.
some of them have a cultivator on them. But
Like for sure, the Vaderstat does. The big Vader.
you know, it should. The one that the one you bought, obviously has a cultivator on the front of it, but for some reason it's not cultivating.
Or it's not killing the weeds anyway.
Right. But that disc grower you brought in, I guess the only way to do it would be maybe grab that Stara Seed Master
Right.
and then run that one, because that one does it says the same thing. Offers a possibility to seed directly, and then test it and just kind of test it. But
It's annoying. The Stara's the what's it called? The Stara one?
the Surus Master,
Oh,
3570
okay. Yeah.
Caress.
Series?
Is it series? Is that how you would say it?
Yeah, like it's spelled like CERES. Yeah, series. Like the star, like the dog star.
Mm-hmm.
That's Cirrus. No, I'm sorry, that's different.
Oh, Cirrus. Okay.
Hey Seth, can I have my cough drops, please? I'm not getting this. This didn't go on right. They really messed the physics up on this. I really wish they would have done something different.
On which one?
Like the forks, because the seed pallet or the fertilizer pallet went into the ground, and so when I picked it up, it actually picked it up wrong. Like it's not on the it's not actually on the fork, so I can't get it off the forklift. Now, okay, and it's going to dump it onto the ground. Super annoying. Very poorly designed. There we go. Okay. I'm just not in love with the physics on this game. They really, in some ways, it's worse than FS17.
You know, it's funny. There's a lot of things that are worse.
Yeah, sadly.
Like the game came out worse. There's a lot more bad bugs
Right.
than stuff.
There's still some really cool stuff that make it worth playing, but there are just a lot of really stupid bugs that they didn't do a good job taking care of or testing or whatever. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're doing on hay.
That too. Oh well, whatever. It's all coming back.
Yeah,
up
see,
again.
they're full with 15,000 or 16,000 oats, and we only have 8, so we only have half.
Who's full?
The horses. So we have 4 horses, and 16,000 gives them enough food for 6 days.
Okay. I'm gonna try to grab these from the other side so they're not in the ground. So it seems like the front side is. It still is. You're.
Soybeans.
Annoy beans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Estancia La Pacha. I gave you a little extra time there. We're going to finish loading these up, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Micah, do you want to say bye?
Bye, guys.